So this is a status software. I don't, because we just have a few minutes. This is a status software, and we have a data here. You can bring data. You can watch video that how to bring data, and that's a very basic and very easy. So here I have banking data, entire banking data, conventional Islamic, and this here when you bring data, here it will show you the how many variables you have, and here the commands, like whenever you execute command here, it will be appeared here, and here is the front. You're looking to the results. So let's suppose we want to see how many years data we have in this data set. So you can type trip and then write year, and we see that we have data from 2005 to 2016. So it means our data is started from 2005 to 2016. What is the frequency of 2005, and this percentage, a percentile, and then a cumulative frequency. So it means here you can find years, and then you can also see that how many country we have, like how many country we have in this data set, or the data set is for how many countries. So here you can see that we have these like Philippines, Poland, Qatar, Romania. So it means we have these countries data. And then you can also look at that how many banks we have. So here you can also type bank name, and here you see the name of a banks. Like these are the bank we have, like Union National Bank, United Arab Bank. So we have banks data, and here you can also have like how many Islamic bank we have and how many conventionals. So you type bank if the bank is Islamic, we put 1 for Islamic. So these are the Islamic banks data we have. And if you put 0, then you can see that these are the conventional bank data we have. So it means in just a single click, you can look at this bank data. These are the banks we have, Islamic and conventional. Just in a single click, you can look at how many banks, Islamic, conventional. And now you want to look at, for example, what is the correlation, like bank branch and bank deposits. Like when you increase the branch, is it possible that increasing branch will lead to increased financing or not? And you try to compare Islamic bank with conventional. So you can have, like, if look at here, we have a lot of variables. Like these are the variables, like we have these variables, like all banks variable, bank loan, bank financings, and liabilities, bank return on asset, return on equity, in all banks data. So it means almost all variables. So we have almost, I think, more than, this is 931 variables. You see here, 931 variables, 6,666 observations. So it means you have 931 variables of Islamic and conventional bank. If you try to analyze this data by using a conventional tool, it's almost impossible. So therefore, as I mentioned, it depends upon the nature of data you have and the objective you try to achieve. Okay, so we try to look at that, what is the correlation between bank branches and bank deposits. So here you can type bank branch. So these are the different variable we have. So, but this is a number of bank branches, and then we have bank deposits. This is, we have different variable for deposits, but we'll take total deposit. So this is a total deposits. If you try to see what is the correlation between these two variables, they're positively correlated or negatively. So you just type CORR. Like each software has their own coding. It's not a difficult, it's very easy. Whenever you're familiar with, you will easily learn. It's not a big deal. So if you look at here, the correlation is 46%. So it means 46% they are correlated to each other and the correlation is positive. So it means whenever you increase bank branches, bank deposit will increase. So it means by typing or by using this simple correlation, you can know that that these two variables are positively correlated. Now you can have a scatter graph and see that how these two variables are behaving, like moving. So having the scatter graph, it will show you that. So you have seen here from correlation that their correlation is positive, but you try to look at graphically, that look at here, the graph shows that the correlation is positive because whenever you increase bank branches, bank deposits will increase. So it means the correlation is positive. Now the question is, you are not interested, okay, you are interested in the entire data set, conventional and Islamic, but you try to look at that what is the correlation in case of Islamic bank and what's the correlation if the bank is conventional. So you just type here, if the bank is Islamic, so we have here Islamic, we created a dummy variables and we code Islamic equal to 1 and conventional equal to 0. So this is the correlation of Islamic banks deposits with the bank branches. So if you look at here, in case of Islamic bank, you see that again the relationship is positive. Whenever you increase bank branches, the deposit will increase. Similarly, if you look at in case of conventionals, you can see that in case of conventional, again the relationship is positive, but the behavior of data is different. If you look at conventional bank data and Islamic bank data, when the behavior is different, now you can go deep down into, for example, you need to look at, you may go towards regressions, as I mentioned, the next step. For example, what is the impact of bank branches on bank deposits? So if you go towards correlations, regressions, so here you can just type regressions in case of Islamic. But of course, you also need to have other variable in the models. So if you look at here, whenever you increase, you need to have bank branch impact of bank branches on bank deposits. So dependent variable supposed to be first, independent supposed to be second. Okay, so you see here that the relationship is positive. Whenever you increase bank branches, bank deposit will increase. So the coefficient is significant. I don't want to go to detail and statistic, but just I want to show you a glance that you can see a different variables by using a single command. You can look at many things. In case of this is in case of conventionals. So what about in case of Islamic? So in case of Islamic, if you increase number of branches, the bank deposit will increase. In case of Islamic, the coefficient is high, so it means more impactful compared to conventionals, where the coefficient is small. At 16, it is 33. So it means that's how you compare that, how Islamic bank are behaving, how conventional bank are behaving. And similarly, you can also deep down into compare Islamic bank itself. Just for example, you just interested in a single country, you drop all other observation, just focus on single country. So that's how you can play with the data by using different tools, different commands, and analyze the data. And you can also, I have here other command also, but I think we don't have much time. But you can also have, for example, this comparisons or this graph. Separate for Islamic, separate for conventionals. So if you can run 2x scatter, so here you see clearly this line show you the relationship is positive. This is conventional bank, we put 0. This is Islamic, we put 1. And we see that the relationship is positive in case of Islamic and conventionals. But in case of Islamic, the relationship is, you can say the line is a bit upward trend. This one is a bit steeper or not too much upward. So that's how you can compare and analyze the data. So I think we can go into many detail, many other analysis we can do, but I think time is already over. And so thank you very much for uh, giving us opportunity. I really appreciate Taif for their like promotions in ALS, and also I appreciate the time you allocated for this webinar, and hopefully in future we will have a more engaged discussions, more detailed discussion, and more Q&A. Thank you very much. If you have any comments or question or things, it's always welcome. So that's all from mine. Now it's up to you.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for your time and explaining the things how they actually work. Where can I find the database? A lot of people are asking, where can I find the database?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of database, like we have Fish Connect, you have a data stream, we have a Bloomberg, and even you can go to a central bank of any country. You can download a data. You can go to a World Bank. You can download a data. It's a free. If you go to a IMF website, you can download a data. But as I mentioned, so they have a data, but you need to extract this data and then you need to clean it. Like this cleanness take a lot of time, and here you need to like the data you just seen that I try to analyze. But when you try to create, like for example, segregate Islamic from conventional, you create this dummy variable, it take of course time, and of course extra skills. So it's come with a piece of time. As I mentioned, it's not difficult at all, but of course it's all about like your time allocation.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, Doctor, for your time. And whatever the questions are, I will definitely forward to you one more time if you think all of the listeners that you need to have a course with the doctor, please do. Inshallah, we are planning it. We just want to make sure that people are interested in making use of it. Thank you, doctor, once again for your time. Please, last word before we leave.
Thank you very much. So I think that's all. Inshallah, we are going to launch a course. So all are you are welcome. And we will have many, like we may use Python and R in Stata, and also the others which need it. When it's come to particularly, of course, our focus is on Islamic finance, like Islamic Bank, Islamic capital markets, Sukuk, Islamic stocks. So we will try to uh, use all these tools which applicable in these areas. Once again, I welcome all of you to join the course. And again, I have these words for Taif. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Jazakallah. Assalamu
Yeah.
alaikum, doctor. Thank you very
Wa
much.
alaikum salam.